In this lesson, I will introduce you to the basics of differentiation. So to begin with, let's talk about the notations of differentiation. So notations of differentiation, okay? So in your study of differentiation, you come across several notations, but in this video, I will talk about two notations. The first notation, which is very popular in most of your books, is you would see this dy dx, okay? Now, dy dx means the derivative of y with respect to x, okay? So in some books, instead of writing with respect to x, they will just use abbreviations, WRT, okay? It means with respect to x. So this is the first notation that you will come by. Then the second notation is f prime of x. What this means is the gradient function of the curve that you'll be given, okay? All right, so there are several functional notation, but we will look at these two. Okay, so let's start with differentiation. What is the rule for differentiation? So rule for differentiation. Okay, so if you have a function which is y is equal to x raised to the power n, then when you are asked to differentiate this, you will use one of these functional notations, okay? But since it starts with y, let's use the first one, which seems less complicated. So you have dy dx, okay? It means you are differentiating the function, is equal to, now this is what you do. This is the power, okay? N is the power of the x term. So you bring the power down, okay? So the power comes down, which is n. Then you write the x. But what you do is that you subtract 1 from the power. So the power is n already, so subtract 1 from it, okay? So this is the rule for differentiation. So let's practice some examples. So example 1, given that y is equal to x cubed, okay, find dy dx, okay? So you write dy dx is equal to, we said let the power come down, okay? So 3, then you write the x raised to the power 3, but now you do what? You subtract 1, okay? So we subtract 1. What would this be? So we still have 3x, but 3 less 1 is what? Is 2, all right? Therefore, the differential of y is equal to 3 cubed is 3x squared, okay? All right. Let's practice another example. Example 2. F of x is equal to x raised to the power 4, all right? X raised to the power 4. So f prime of x, okay, f prime of x is the same as dy dx. You are differentiating it, so you are looking for the gradient function, okay? Is this 4 comes down, all right? then you write x raised to the power 4. But we said we must subtract 1 from the power. So this gives us 4x cubed. Okay? All right. Let's practice one more example. But at this stage of the video, I would like you to pause it. Then you solve for the gradient function of y is equal to x raised to the power 20. Okay? After solving, you unpause the video and you compare your answer. So differentiating this will give us dy dx is equal to, bring the 20 down, 20, then write the entire function, which is x raised to the power 20, then subtract 1 from the power. So simplifying, you will get 20x raised to the power 19.